What's the thing you're not supposed to do with your friends? Like never rent them a house.
Steal them? Oh.
No, never sell them a car. What? There's something that you're never supposed to do with
Don't
people.
shit where you eat.
Like, don't be a roommate with them?
That's probably, like, I would say
Don't
sell them a
live.
car.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that is always much
Ask them to take you to
easier.
Houston to buy a car. You should do.
I've already had someone I know, like I was talking with someone else I knew about getting the Tesla Model 3, and they were like, oh, what do you do with your Prius? Like, I'm just going to sell it. Like, you should sell it to me. I was like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like that. That just sounds like setting up for something wrong, for something bad to happen. Like, I've never done anything wrong to that car. The car's always been fine to me. But what if, like, I sold it to them and it immediately breaks? Like, oh, the car's fucked up. You need to take it back.
Or they wear a mask of your face and do it like pull a bank job or something.
They could do that. That's way less likely. That's not the thing I'm worried about.
So it's like that guy.
That's a
who
really
just robbed that
elaborate,
bank.
though. Man, you could totally do that, though. If you had, like, did, like, skin grafting VFX makeup and, like, could totally pin a crime on a friend if you, like, borrowed their car.
I'm pretty sure there's other ways to identify a person.
It's weird that the camera shows Gus walked in, but it was Chris's DNA all over the
Yeah,
place.
it's so
But
crazy.
no, if
What do we believe?
if I was wearing like a turtleneck and black gloves and Gus's face,
Yeah.
all right.
They'd probably like your height and your weight.
They are
spit.
no. They're not, I'm not gonna spit. I'm robbing a bank. I'm not spitting on it.
You gotta get the Gus walk.
I don't think anyone who commits a crime intentionally.
You're going to be yelling at someone to put the money in the bag through a mask. You're going to spit.
They're gonna assume. But they mean. But my spit's not gonna be collected. They mean. I could have gone into the bank myself earlier that day.
That's the cover. You as Chris go in first.
Yeah, plausible
Leave your DNA
deniability.
everywhere.
Walk in,
Come back as Gus.
obviously
Dying.
sneeze all over the...
Yeah, exactly. Start sneezing everywhere.
Oh my god.
Barbara's crying.
I just love
laughter.
the idea of like anyone who's committing a crime going in and just like spitting.
I sold. I had a little truck that I sold. I don't know, a couple years ago, and here around Austin, there's those toll roads, and so I sold the truck to some random person off of Craigslist, and then like fucking 3 months later, I started getting goddamn toll bills. The asshole never filed a registration. He never updated it to the fact that he bought it.
Is there no way for you to file? Sorry, a light just went off. Is there no way for you to file the fact that like you don't own the car anymore?
Yeah, there's a form you can fill out, but I just had never thought about it.
Oh.
So it's like, so then I started getting all these bills from the toll company, and there's really like it's a whole hassle. So I just paid the tolls. It was like $20.
You paid him?
I paid him because I was like, I can't.
Are you worried about like hitting your credit eventually?
Right. It's like I don't want this. I don't want any misunderstanding. So I just paid it. Then I filled out that form. Like you go to like the DPS website, you fill it out, and then you like
this
mail
ain't
it in.
mine anymore for...
Right. Like I sold this truck.
I
Whatever.
have to go to the DMV. I need to renew my license.
You should do it before it expires. Otherwise, it's like bigger pain. You would sell at a garage sale.
Personal thing?
Personal.
Oh god.
Underwear?
I wouldn't sell my underwear, no, because I know some people are into that. In a
No,
weird
no,
way.
but like, you don't know. It's not like. Well, go ahead.
Wait, who was it on this podcast that told the story about a girl that they knew who worked at a grocery store and a guy approached her about buying her socks? Was that one of you?
That sounds familiar.
Apparently there's someone who we know, and the audience probably knows who I'm talking about, but there was this girl that was friends with this guy who worked at a grocery store, and there's this guy, like a customer that came in and told her that he'd pay her $100 for her sweaty work socks, and she did it. So she went into the bag,
I mean, it's good money for
took
just
off her
taking your
socks,
socks off.
and
Yeah.
gave it to him.
If anyone wants to buy my sweaty socks, $50.
But also, like,
right now in the RT store, just one pair.
there's also apparently like women's dirty underwear too that some people of interesting taste are into. So like, I don't know if you guys have watched the Orange is the New Black.
I've seen the first season and a half.
There's basically this whole plot line. I think it's in like the third season where they sell their underwear, like used underwear.
Prison underwear.
Yeah.
So you just take them off and sell them. You don't wash them. You just
You definitely don't wash them.
I see
No,
that
because they
being-
want the
you
smell.
wash all the value out.
They want the smell and the crust.
crust. What crust? Oh, crust. Bum crust.
After I went to all those garage sales on the weekend, I went to like a Goodwill. There was like this Goodwill boutique store I was like, oh, I wonder. Like I was driving by because I was in a neighborhood looking for garage. I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. I wonder what's in there. So I walked in. It was just like a normal Goodwill. I don't know why they wrote boutique on it just to get people in. But as I was walking around, they had a section where there was underwear for sale.
Ugh.
And I was like, I looked at it. I was like, I can't believe they're selling underwear here. And there were like thongs, and like underwear that gets up in there. I was like, that.
I mean,
they should not be allowed to sell that.
I guess
No,
it's
no.
not weird though if it's washed.
No,
Like, what?
no amount of washing could remove the deep-seated.
No, look. I bet if I washed the pair of underwear I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, but that underwear is not going up your vagina and ass crack.
If I washed my underwear, would you put it on?
Yeah. If you washed
Yeah,
it.
but it's like a pair of shorts for you guys. Like, yeah, your butthole and your balls are touching it, but like.
What about the crust, Barbara? What about all the bum
Some of us
crust?
like the crust.
I'm not talking about the bum crust. I'm talking about dried women fluid.
Vag crust.
Yes, that would create probably a crusty thing on underwear that's left unwashed for however long it would take to get to these men.
Do you think
someone
men
on
go-
someone on Twitter, portable_HB, is selling. You should sell your sweaty socks on sale for charity at Extra Life 2017.
Oh no!
No,
Oh.
not for the kids.
That's. I feel like that's like mean. Like the best I could come up with were my sweaty socks.
As long as no one's suggesting I sell my dirty underwear on the Extra Life stream.
Nobody is interested in that, Barbara.
Thank
Nobody.
fucking
Nobody
God.
wants your crust.
Stop. Never mind.
You're the one who brought it up.
I know, but I
mean,
wasn't
you-
talking about myself.
So you weren't talking about your personal crust.
Stop saying crust.
Why
I
would
wash-
you bring it up though?
Because I wash my underwear frequently enough to like, it doesn't sit there dirty for like days.
Well, I mean, the amount of time you leave it not washed surely doesn't affect how washed it gets.
You lost me again.
I lose you with that.
well, he
If
said
I
it
take my
doesn't
underwear off-
harden. It doesn't solidify.
What is this like paste that you've got happening? But I think if I took my boxes off now, washed them tonight, they would come out the exact same as if I washed them a month from now.
Congratulations.
So like, if you
No,
leave,
isn't
which
that
is what
the
you're
same-
saying, like, no matter how long you leave it dirty, when you wash it, it still washes
oh yeah,
the same.
yeah, it still
Okay.
washes the same for sure.
Does it?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You don't think smell could like
Like-
suck in?
like get deep.
Well,
seated.
what
But
is
that's the
smell?
point of detergent, is to like get it out.
Yeah, but you know.
Smell is just little nugs of the thing, right? Like poo smell is just poo.
Uh,
It's just microscopic poo.
Well, when you get smell that's like soaked into a fabric,
Febreze?
like pit sweat or smell
Yeah.
or like whatever it is, vagina smell.
that like maybe if it can, what if like there's I mean it can chemically maybe transform it into like even something different.
Well, like you spray stuff on it and now it smells like strawberries.
Don't ever spray anything in your underwear, kids.
Febreze.
Is Febreze bad for your vag and butthole?
Everything except water and soap is bad for your vag.
I feel like even soap.
What
could be
about
bad if you
penis?
don't get it out
Even
of
so, honestly, I don't know about penises, but I recommend not putting anything besides soap and very like.
At what point is it dangerous to leave a penis in a vagina? Like,
do you
like,
think-
if
so,
you
okay.
just go in there and sit there.
Here's
for
the
like
question. Someone has that world record, right?
longest
The
time
longest
together.
time a penis has been in a vagina.
Oh, I bet they went for like a day. as
What
well.
is that amount of time?
Well, and here's the thing: is do you get like super?
What
You know how like
is
your
the
fingers get wrinkly?
longest time a penis
When you're
has
well, here's.
been?
I mean, you
Pull
would
out and your shaft would be just like
you would
like
soften
waterlogged.
though, right? Because I assume you would go in when you're hard, and then it would soften.
That would be I imagine you'd have to soften
Yeah,
at some
'cause you
point.
can't stay
otherwise-
hard for that
Because you
long.
can't even have an erection for
Yeah, but at
more
what point does
a
it
few
become-
hours, or you go to the hospital and then you'd have to take it out.
But what point does it not become sex anymore? You're inside a woman.
It's sex when you're in her.
No, it means sexy. Like, why would you
oh.
lose it? Because surely it's hot because you're in.
Yeah. What are you
World's
saying?
longest man masturbation? 10 hours.
I can beat that.
World's strongest vagina? Lifted 31 pounds.
wait,
Wait, what did it tie it to?
Wait, question. When you say a vagina lifted 31 pounds, like
Was it like a dildo with a hook and chain on the end?
yeah,
And they
like
had to,
where is it hooked in, or is it like shoved? Like what?
It could be the lips.
Because a vagina is a hole.
It does not elaborate.
it should.
It says,
It does not elabiate.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I thought that, and I thought there's no way I would say that. It's crap.
Well, that's what I'm here
That's
for.
that's a crusty joke, Barbara.
There's another one here I was going to say. Oh, the world's largest penis, 13.5 inches. World's largest vagina, 19 inches.
And who has that record of the largest penis?
Jonah Falcon, an American actor and writer.
Does he still live in
heard of
America?
Let's see. It says he's a gaming blog editor.
Is he single?
In 2012, he
wonder
was
if, like,
stopped
the
and
big-
frisked by the TSA at the San Francisco airport due to the large bulge in his pants. After passing through a metal detector and body scanner, the world's largest dick was selected for additional screening and then finally released.
I bet it was selected for additional screening.
And I bet it was released.
But he would just bottom out every time.
What?
No, not with the world's largest
I was gonna
vagina,
say
which
he
is
should
19 inches. Can
get-
we go back to that?
Get with
19?
the vagina.
I thought you said 9.
No, 19
19.
inches.
She'll never be satisfied with the penis.
Listen, you
Oh,
don't
she
have
was-
to touch the end of your vagina to be satisfied.
She was 7'8" tall.
That's a huge bitch.
And I guess the man she married was also over 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Must have had a tall baby.
That's like I imagine
She
them
gave
having.
birth to the largest baby in history,
Oh my god.
weighing 26 pounds and 34 inches in length.
I mean, yeah. if you're-
But she had plenty of room for
19 inch
it.
vagina.
It became.
Do you
It was
think-
so large it became tightly wedged in her capacious tract, only extracted by the use of forceps and belts.
Belts.
Do you think when those two people have sex, it looks like a scene from Pacific Rim?
That's pretty good. You've done well, Barbara. Oh, no, that's those people are huge. And that's the thing that always surprises me. I always think about that whenever I'm in a crowd out in public. I look at all of the people I see. It's like people are fucking amazing. It's amazing to see like the variety in people, like the heights, the weights, the way everyone looks. It's like, and I always think about video games. I think about like character generators when you're like starting up a new game. Like, how long would it take to make all of these different people?
You know what I think about that's weird about people's faces? Is that everyone has, for the most part, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and like a round
Right.
shaped face. But the slight differences in each one make like you could identify a person based off their face like instantly. But like you both have noses. But like, I don't know, it's just like the slight distinctions in each face.
Slight.
Well, I think we're.
I don't think I could look more different to you.
I've got a big nose too, but I feel like we have big noses in different ways.
But it just
Yours
seems like
is
there's
flat. It doesn't stick out of your
yeah.
head.
it just seems like there's not enough distinctions to create that amount of different people. I don't know, like a nose could only be so big or so small, but yet there's 7 billion people in the world and everyone looks different.
Do you think someone else in the world has your nose?
Absolutely.
Like there's the exact same nose out there.
Well,
Absolutely.
they have those things. I saw this video where these people find their like real life twins.
Yeah.
Where it's just someone else in the world who happens to look exactly like
I
them.
think there is an app or a website now for that where you could upload your photo and it scans it and find someone else who's
Yeah, I was gonna say with the rise of social
Oh my
media.
god! And that would create the perfect bank robbery scenario.
You wouldn't
You wouldn't
need the
even
mask.
need the makeup.
Yeah,
you
I
would just
remember.
be a different person.
You just go find out where they are, and then just like steal their car, rob something, go away.
Jack
Then you got to
once-
return their car so they don't know it was stolen.
But all you have to do is while they're like sleeping or something like that. They're
but
taking
your
a-
DNA would still be in
No,
there.
I would not spit. I'd wear a mouth guard.
There was once a picture that Jack couldn't tell whether it was him or not. It was just a guy with a beard taking a selfie on a plane, I think.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't know if that's me. And it wasn't. It wasn't him. Just some random.
That
But it
happened to
looked
me.
that similar that even that person couldn't tell.
There was once a school visiting my school. I think it was for some sports tournament. And there was a girl who got off the bus and a friend of mine saw her and thought it was me and like went to go talk to her. And I saw this girl later and there was a moment in my head where I was like, is that me?
Not is it my sister? Is it
I
literally
was just like,
me?
am I just not in my body right now? And that's actually me. Because that girl looked exactly like me.
Did you
think
talk to
you
her?
could find her now?
I mean, it's, yeah, but I don't
You should look her up.
think I will.
Look her up.
Hey, if you were at this school on this date wearing
Yeah.
this,
Oh, so you don't think you could?
no.
Okay.
Maybe she's on that website Chris was talking about, and
Maybe.
maybe you still look the same.
But I don't think I ever made eye contact with her, so I don't know if she knows I exist.
But you definitely saw her.
Oh, I saw her. I saw me.
Do you think right now she's like looking for podcasts on YouTube? She's like, I don't remember being on that podcast. What am I
Is that
doing
me?
there?
I've been on so many of them too.
Here, I'm gonna read this. I want to remind everyone this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is also brought to you by Movement Watches. You can see the watch they sent me. It's great. We had that big company-wide meeting, and like at the very start of the meeting, they showed that short that we made for like a sale for the Memorial Day sale.
Yeah.
And it was
you
weird.
being a bad boy.
Yeah, but it was weird that like I didn't know they were going to show that at the
I didn't
start of
know
the
either.
meeting. And like you and I just happened to be sitting next to each other in the, in the audience like what are the odds? And then I hadn't actually watched the final version until then, and I was laughing out loud at stuff I was doing on the screen, and I felt like the biggest asshole for laughing at myself in my own performance.
That's a good short.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make like a commercial for our own store, that's the way to do it. Just
Yeah.
make it entertaining.
There was another short, I think it was the dogs short where you were like a photographer. And
Yeah.
was that lighting joke a
Yeah.
callback to that?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
I felt like there were some performance things that they cut out in this most recent one. Like when I was a bad boy mopping up, I kept like turning around and showing my ass to camera.
They cut that out?
Yeah, that didn't make it into the
Too
final
much?
version.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't in there.
Who edits those?
We have a whole post.
I looked up your text.
Oh, you looked at it. You asked to see it.
I know, it's really
of
bad.
the shit.
It was really bad.
That was a public restroom in Sydney.
Let me recreate what just happened.
I've seen.
while you were on
Okay.
doing your ad read. This is Chris.
I've seen worse.
You've
I
seen
once-
worse than that?
I've seen worse. I went.
The best is, before you tell your story, if you zoom in on that photo, it's cracked. The seat is cracked right where all of that happened. Anyway, go ahead.
I was at a bar, and a bunch of friends out drinking, and I go into this toilet, and it's like, it looks like it's just like someone vomited shit all over the toilet. All over. It's just like. I'm like, well, I walk away from that, and then we're drinking later, and I'm talking to my my friend, and he's like, "Man, I destroyed one of those toilets."
Oh, no.
And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I was," because he was drunk. He's like, "The toilet seat was really gross, and I just had to go. It was coming out, so I didn't want to wipe it off, so I just kind of like squatted and like let it loose." And so he shotgun blasted the toilet.
Oh my God.
He didn't even sit on it. He just like bent over and just.
Are you still friends with this guy?
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is, but I'm gonna whisper it.
And that guy's name is Marshall Rimmer. I don't know. I made that up.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
not
Okay.
Marshall.
Okay. I don't know what you. I didn't have to whisper that because
Well,
no one knows who that person
yeah.
is except me and
Yeah.
you.
I don't know. It was pretty bad.
I felt like it was a wake-up call. Like when I was younger, and when I first moved to Austin, I like started going out to bars downtown, and I came from a small town, so I didn't know what big city shits look like.
Could that please? I know we can't do it, but could it please be the title of this podcast?
Oh my god.
It was like eye-opening to see how people destroy bathrooms in downtown Austin. Like I remember, like one of the worst. Like I hated any time I had to go to the bathroom at Emo's when they were down there, like on Red River between 6th and 7th. It was like, oh God, I really gotta piss. Like even just pissing, it was like, oh no, okay, I'm gonna have to go do it. Like it always stank so bad. Everything was just so filthy.
Yeah, other people's poo is awful.
Do you
All
think
poo.
that's
Like,
do you
there's-
think that's the song you know with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Do you think that stands for other people's poo?
I don't think so. I think that's what it stands for. But yeah, there's someone somewhere who's done the worst poo ever.
Well, that's like
But-
that story of that British Airways flight that had to turn around.
Because this poo was so smelly, right?
Yeah.
But I'm
Maybe
sure
that was the same guy.
I'm sure to them though, it's not as bad as other people's poo.
I don't
They
know.
gotta know. You know when yours is worse than normal, right? Like sometimes you're like, whoa, that was rank.
Yeah.
Man, and so is there anything? God, we're like really we're in the weeds here with this fucking toilet talk. Is there anything worse than asparagus pee?
I
why-
don't think my pee is affected by asparagus.
Some people don't smell it.
Okay, maybe I don't smell it.
Yeah.
Then
It's like such a fucking foul smell, and I feel like it happens so quickly after you eat asparagus.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that
What-
happens that it goes through your body that quickly.
what kind of is it? Like pungent? Like what kind of bad smell is it?
We should do a test, like some sort of
God.
I don't
Like a
yeah,
smell test.
It's like a pungent sour smell. It's just gross.
Yeah, and it's so specific. Like
Yeah.
I had a quiche recently, took a piss afterwards. I smelled it. I was like, oh, I guess there was asparagus in it.
Yeah.
Didn't notice, but the info's in the piss smell.
Yeah.
There's
One
also
time-
egg farts, which are always really smelly.
I don't really get that.
One time I went to I was at day-long meetings somewhere, and since the meetings were day-long, catered lunch was provided. And one of the sides with the catered lunch was asparagus. I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. I'll eat this asparagus.
It's good.
So it was fine. Ate all my food. Then before we were going to start our afternoon meetings, I was like, all right, I should go take a piss because I don't want to have to get up and interrupt these meetings for this afternoon. So I walked into the men's room, opened the door, walked up to a urinal. The previous person had not flushed, and it already reeked of asparagus. Like it was just filled with asparagus stench. I was like, this is fucking disgusting.
So, okay. Ooh, this is going to be a real dumb question, and I'm probably getting a lot of shit for this. You have to flush a urinal?
Yes.
Well, not all of them.
Not
Some of
okay.
them flush themselves.
But I just assumed it was like an open
drain.
that you just peed
No,
into.
normally there's in the older style ones, like there's a little bit of water there, and it's got like a handle, like on a toilet, and you flush it.
Okay. I think I've seen that. Never
And
mind.
I think they do that so that like if it was just an open hole, then all the smell would come back up.
And there'd still be like the residue around the
Right.
ring. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the water keeps all that smell away.
I also want you guys to know every time I pee in the shower, I think about you.
Well, thanks.
That's a
Not-
weird
Not
thing to
me.
think
Do
about.
you pee in the shower?
No, I don't.
Well, now I'll start thinking about you.
Do you squat, or does it just go down your legs?
It just goes down.
Do you have to like wash your legs extra careful after?
No, because your pee doesn't like stick to you.
No, but there's an area under your legs where if you don't, so say I've like done shower
I
gel.
always pee at the beginning of my shower.
Why not just
Okay.
go to the bathroom before you go?
Because I'm in the shower.
No, but you have to. It's not like
you were by the toilet.
Yeah, you were like as close to the toilet as possible.
Here's
No, it's
what my-
being even closer to the toilet, being in a shower that's already
No,
going.
no, no. Here's what my toilet smells like, right? It smells like the toilet.
Which,
But my shower smells like shower gel and shampoo.
Clean.
And I don't want to
as
smell
does
like
mine.
I don't want the drain to have piss in it and eking a pissy smell up.
Do you know how
There's
much
not water
shit?
sat there.
Do you know how much shit gets washed off your body and how gross deep down in your shower drain is?
I have a story.
Before we get to Chris's story,
Is it a person pooping in the shower?
Patrick is telling me that asparagus has the same acid that's found in skunk spray.
Oh, ew.
Oh.
So there to put it in your.
God, I'm so glad I
Frame
can't
of
smell
reference.
it then.
Also,
So if we
Patrick also mentions it's a good time to let everyone know that Sally LePage is going to be visiting June 26th, so we
Oh.
can ask her maybe some of these
Oh.
questions.
write that all that down.
I want to know if Sally LePage pees in the shower.
Ask Sally if she pees.
We brought you down here for a specific reason.
Scientific discussion.
Okay, what were you going to say? What's your story?
Well, it's not my story. I'm telling.
You're the one telling it.
So, and it's someone that you all know.
Ooh.
You gonna
Uh,
whisper their name?
Maybe I will
Or
after.
tell us after, yeah.
Yeah. This was in an early time in their life when they'd recently gone away from home, had their own place or college apartment type thing, and they had a girl like staying with them for the first time, and they had to go to the bathroom, take a number 2, while the girl was staying. It's like a 1-bedroom type thing,
Mhm.
and they went to the they were like, oh, I'm gonna go take a shower, and in the shower, it's like, well, they're gonna take a dump while they're in the shower for whatever reason, and I do not know why. This person decided it would be better
Optimal time.
to take the dump in the shower.
What?
I don't know why. They took,
like,
what?
wait, like not poop into the shower drain, but poop and then like put it in the toilet? Or
they they took a dump in the shower.
were they drunk?
No, I don't think so. Took a dump in the shower and then shoved it down the drain. They decide rather than like transfer it to the toilet. I don't know. I think
Wait, what was this trying to achieve?
I don't know. I think it's like avoiding the taking the dump in the toilet, like having the sound. I don't know. This is not me.
To
This
avoid hearing the plops.
plops, or maybe
the
it's like
flush.
they thought it would be like a quicker experience or like less
God.
conspicuous if it was in the
See,
shower.
there have been times where I turned on the shower while I was pooping, so it wouldn't.
Yeah.
The sound wouldn't be as.
So this is then they're trying to shove
I don't
their
like
poop
this
down
motion.
down the drain, but the hot shower is just like breaking it apart and then creating like a sauna of poop. So they're shoving it in. It's this like shit storm of poop.
Wow.
And then they have this scenario where it's like they can't get it all down the drain, so they're just like trying to clean it. And then finally they get it all down, but then the bathroom smells like a war zone. So then they can't leave the bathroom because they know it smells so bad. And then so they had to wait in the bathroom for like an hour until the smell was gone.
See, I know someone, this is not nearly as gross, but it's still also gross.
Lunacy.
I know someone who had to take a shit when they were in the shower, so they pooped into their own hand.
Just get out and poo. What are you talking about in your hand?
They
In your
opened
hand?
Yeah, they opened the shower curtain, put it into the toilet, and then flushed it. And 'cause
The
then they
old the old handoff.
yeah. The thing I said about that scenario.
But that would have made more. At least that made more sense than.
Yes. The thing about that scenario, though, is that never in my life do I want to feel the weight of my own shit. Like,
So you don't want. Would you want
I
to know?
never want to hold my own shit.
So years ago we talked about the idea behind shit stats. Would you ever be curious about that?
Yeah.
Where it's like you have like a toilet seat that
That
weighs
weighs
you
you?
before and weighs you after, so
I
you
think
know.
there has been stuff that's
Yeah, they
come out that
exist
people-
now.
I think now it exists.
Yeah,
People tell me about it all the time.
but I would never want to feel it
Hmm.
in my own,
You don't want to like. Yeah, it's too hands-on, too
literally.
visceral.
Yeah, and I don't want to feel like the warmth of it. It's a lot of.
What if it was cold?
Then I'd probably have to go to the doctor. I think
No, but what if you let it cool off first?
to like harden a little bit.
Nah, it's still warm and no, it's still squishy and wet, but it's just cool to the touch.
There was a Today I Fucked Up on Reddit a couple days ago. I don't know if you guys saw it, where the guy said he fucked up because he thought he was shitting blood, but he realized that he had just eaten a beet salad for the first time in his life, and he was just like dyeing everything red. So he'd even gone to the doctor and scheduled a colonoscopy.
Oh my
Thinking there was
God.
something really wrong with him.
No harm in finding out though.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like I've talked to people before who, like, they're sick.